I want to quickly show you something else that I never imagined would happen and people would fall for it in America. Some of you know that the Democrats started their convention this week, and they're doing it by way of computer now. They're not all meeting up at a convention center. Last night, Big Mama Michelle spoke there, well, by way of video. And it sounded like it was pre-recorded with this woman. But she was one of the speakers there. And I want you to hear what Big Mama said. Big Mama Michelle, the Father Messiah wife, Obama's wife. And I can't believe that anyone would believe her. But even more so, this woman is so wicked that she tried to hold a straight face while giving this talk about the president last night. Watch this.
Empathy. That's something I've been thinking a lot about lately. The ability to walk in someone else's shoes. The recognition that someone else's experience has value too. Most of us practice this without a second thought. If we see someone suffering or struggling, we don't stand in judgment, we reach out. Because there, but for the grace of God, go I. It is not a hard concept to grasp. It's what we teach our children. And like so many of you, Barack and I have tried our best to instill in our girls a strong moral foundation to carry forward the values that our parents and grandparents poured into us. But right now, kids in this country are seeing what happens when we stop requiring empathy of one another. They're looking around wondering if we've been lying to them this whole time about who we are and what we truly value. So let me be as honest and clear as I possibly can. Donald Trump is the wrong president for our country. He has had more than enough time to prove that he can do the job, but he is clearly in over his head. He cannot meet this moment. He simply cannot be who we need him to be for us. It is what it is.
Amazing. I can't believe that there's one person walking this earth who would believe this phony woman. Michelle Obama is by as phony as Kamala Harris or the same. And she's evoking God's name. That's Satan speaking of God. Michelle wouldn't believe in God if he walked past her, especially knowing that he's white. Big Mama Michelle don't know how to raise children. Big Mama Michelle don't know how to run a hen house. You ever ran a hen house? Big Mama Michelle cannot even run a hen house. And this woman saying Donald Trump doesn't know what he's doing. They were in there 8 years. And what did she do? Hoochie Mama all while she was there. And tried to tell you what to feed your children while they pinking out on barbecue and tamales and hamburgers. Big as a house. Big Mama, how she hold her face and try to be all emotional to draw you in because they can get you emotionally, they got you. Big Mama can't even run a hen house. They almost drove the country into the ground, all in the name of Jesus. And the unfortunate thing is that a lot of the Christians, so-called Christian Bible thumpers, are going to believe it because they believe that you could be a liar like this and still be a Christian, like Big Mama. Big Mama and Barack Obama are just as phony as a whatever, as a man that tried to be a woman or a woman trying to be a man. A $3 bill. Phony. This woman, she going to say this about the president? I can't believe anyone would believe her. I don't care how emotional she tried to pretend to be and how she tried to act like she believed in God. All emotional. I never thought that there would come a day when an evil black woman like that would go on TV and after we know what she and the fallen Messiah did to the country for 8 years. And the AP claims that Big Mama Michelle is one of the most respected women in the country. Then somebody got some real serious problem if you respect Big Mama Michelle. I never thought I would see this. They lied to you. And the blacks just vote for them. And that's why the blacks are living in poverty, because they think in trashy homes and things, in the ghetto, in the projects, because they think the Big Mama Michelle coming to save them. That wicked woman of the West, Maxine Waters, with the low IQ. I never thought I would see grown men and women voting for those do-nothing people. They don't protect you. They just live in house to heart themselves. Big Mama and the Father Messiah bought a house in Martha Vineyard somewhere and put a fence around their home in D.C. While you can't carry a weapon, living in the hood. Lord, one day we're going to take the white man's land. Here's one of my, I never imagined that this would happen one day in my country. I can't believe it. In my country. Some of you know the Democrats start their national convention about 2020, and they have to so-called stay apart from one another. So I don't know if they have to. They're pretending that they have to. And I played for you what Big Mama Michelle said. What a nasty hoochie mama woman, right? Big Mama Michelle can't even run a hen house. And she proved that by being such a hoochie mama while being at the White House with the fallen Messiah, Barack Obama. And now she's trying to say what Donald Trump cannot do. Oh, I can't believe that white people will fall for this idea that you can't criticize the black women who are running. Yes, you can, and you better. Otherwise, others are going to think that they're right. You better criticize. If they can't take the heat, they should get out of the kitchen. And I thought black women were so strong. But the reason they don't want you to criticize them, they don't want you to expose that they're lying. They are lying, they're evil. Don't fall for it, all right? Here's the former governor of Ohio, a loser. A stone outright loser. Didn't do well in Ohio, ran for president, didn't win. And he's a loser. He hates Donald Trump because Donald Trump is a real man. And the governor of Ohio, John Kasich, a Republican rhino. He's a beta male, a loser. And he spoke at the Democratic National Convention. Here's what he had to say.
America is at a crossroads. Sometimes elections represent a real choice, a choice we make as individuals and as a nation about which path we want to take when we've come to challenging times. The stakes in this election are greater than any in modern times. Many of us have been deeply concerned about the current path we've been following for the past 4 years. It's a path that's led to division, dysfunction, irresponsibility, and growing vitriol between our citizens. Continuing to follow that path will have terrible consequences for America's soul because we're being taken down the wrong road by a president who is pitted one against the other. I've known Joe Biden for 30 years. I know Joe is a good man, a man of faith, a unifier. Yes, there are areas where Joe and I absolutely disagree, but that's okay, because that's America. I'm sure there are Republicans and independents who couldn't imagine crossing over to support a Democrat. They fear Joe may turn sharp left and leave them behind. I don't believe that, because I know the measure of the man. It's reasonable, faithful, respectful. And you know, no one pushes Joe around.
What an evil man. That's an evil man. That's beta male. This man know he's lying about the Democrats. He know he's lying about Joe Biden. But because he hates the president, he's a loser. This guy, John Kasich, a loser, a right-o Republican, a loser. He's sitting there lying. He is lying to you. He would make you suffer under Joe Biden because of his hatred of Donald Trump. Isn't that amazing? And he holds a straight face and pretend to be telling the truth. And by the way, Joe Biden is not running for president. Kamala Harris is. She's running. Joe ain't going to be. They're not going to win anyway. But let's say they won. Kamala Harris running for president. Joe Biden don't even know. He doesn't even know it's 2020. He's not running. Be not deceived. And this guy, John Kasich, he is pure evil, a liar, a deceiver. And he's standing there and laugh and smile and try to hold a straight face, knowing he's lying to you. His hatred of President Trump outweighs the truth. He doesn't care about you. This guy, John Kasich, is a loser. He's evil. Pure evil. I never imagined seeing this. Things have truly changed. And by the way, the Great White Hope made a couple of campaign stops. I believe it was yesterday. The president made some campaign stops in Wisconsin and Minnesota. And he joked around that God is testing him. Here's that first soundbite.
And what we're doing together is nothing short of an economic miracle, and now we're doing it again. We did it. We built the greatest economy in the history of the world, and now I have to do it again. You know what that is? That's right. That's God testing me. Said, you know, you did it once. And I said, did I do a great job, God? I'm the only one that could do it. He said, that you shouldn't say. Now we're going to have you do it again. I said, okay, I agree. You got me.
That's right. I love that. That's a relationship with God. All these people, oh, Lord, help me, Jesus. I done sinned. I'm weak. I'm still a sinner. Who want that kind of crap? That's not of God. Amazing. And the president made it clear that the only way he would lose is due to a rigged election. Watch this.
So we have to win the election. We can't play games. Get out and vote. Do those beautiful absentee ballots, or just make sure your vote gets counted. Make sure, because the only way we're going to lose this election is if the election is rigged. Remember that.
Yeah. And that's what the Democrats are faithfully doing, trying to rig the election. They want so badly to do the mail-in ballots things because they know it's going to take forever to count them, and most of them will never see the light of day again. They know that. And whatever they can do, and now they're on a campaign trying to act like the president. The president is trying to destroy the country. He doesn't want you to vote. He's trying to mess up the post office. I mean, he's hauling away the mailboxes. And they expect you to believe it, and some stupid people believe it. You heard that dumb Tony from California. Just as dumb as a doorknob. He's so dumb, Tony from California, call the show, that he's not embarrassed by it. First of all, changing mailbox at the post office is not uncommon. It's been happening forever and a day. Secondly, they just started back, I know in California, putting the mailbox back out there on the streets because the blacks were stealing the mail from the mailbox. So they had to take them up. Secondly, the mailbox become old and rusty. They have to replace them as new. And secondly, the Democrats are mad because the president won't give the post office money, won't give them all this money that they pretend they want to give to the post office because the post office has mishandled money in the past. and the Democrats try to get in this so-called stimulus package. They're trying to get all that money put in there, pretending they want to give it to the post office. There's a whole lot going on, folks. And by the way, take back your life. Be grown up again. The government ain't gonna never take care of you. It's your responsibility to take care of you. And black people, the government don't care about you. And anyone who think that the government love you or gonna take care of you, something wrong with you. Really, something wrong with you. In the white world, there's something wrong with you. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Just Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.